because this place came from a place of pain. We lost my son's father. A lot of times we don't know how to grieve. So together, collaboratively, I said, we gotta do something. You can't just sit here.
I've been making my own moves, but first I talk to God like, what you want me to do?
It's personal with ReRe. I take it personally when you talking to me.
Moving by my own rules, but I pray about it first. God, show me what to do.
This is Kia. Hi, y'all.
I ask God to order my steps and guide my thoughts, direct my feet, and place the right people in front of me. I'm big stepping, and every day is a gift. I open my eyes like, thank you, God, for this. I'm grateful. Another day to get it right, another chance, another dance, let's get it. And ooh, God knows I'll be tired, but I'ma work these gifts and rate.
I ain't gonna shoot you today.
Tricks ain't chasing money, money chasing me.
It's personal with ReRe. I take it personally when you talking to me.
Moving by my own rules, but I pray about it first. God, show me what to do.
It's personal with ReRe. I take it personally when you talking to me.
We are live right now in Kinnikinnick and Powder with the beautiful Miss Shar at BELLI'S Bistro. So we're gonna go in and eat real good. Yes, I have people tell me all the time, like, ReRe, you've changed. You're not the same person at all. Your whole vibe is different. And honestly, it used to kind of offend me a little bit because I'd be sitting there like, you know, what you tripping? I'm still the same person, but in all honesty, I'm not, and I feel it for myself. I mean, it's in His word. When you submit your life to Christ, you're a whole new creature. And that's the God honest truth. This is a relationship, not a religion. Put your hands high, real high to the most high. Sold out. Relationship, not a religion. I could never go back. Can't tell me nothing. I know I'm for myself. This is a relationship, not a religion. Put your hands high, real high to the most high. Sold out. Relationship, not a religion. I could never go back. Can't tell me nothing. I know I'm for myself. I was living fast, had my hands in all kind of dirt. Made moves my mama wasn't proud of. My daddy knew what it was, but he didn't want to talk about it. I could never knock you or judge you. Listen, I'm trying to keep my own hands clean. I'm trying to make it into heaven myself. How He loves somebody like me, in spite of me, it's beyond me. Hung high, stretched wide, blood sacrifice so I could be free.
Okay, all right.
Got a hot day tonight. Relationship, not a religion. Put your hands high, real high to the most high. Sold out, relationship, not a religion. And I could never go back, can't tell me nothing. I know I'm for myself. This is a relationship, not a religion. Put your hands high, real high to the most high. Sold out, relationship, not a religion. And I could never go back, can't tell me nothing. I know I'm for myself.
Amen.
Relationship, not a religion.
This that kingdom business.
Miss Shar.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Thanks for inviting
the
me.
shirt. Absolutely. The shirt is beautiful.
Thank
Representing for the
you.
restaurant, Belly's Bistro.
There we go.
So tell me about Belly's. I know you guys are at a new location right now. Where is that at again? It's Kinnikinnick and...
It's 2864 South Kinnikinnick.
Okay. And before you guys were there, you guys were... It was still Kinnikinnick, wasn't it?
We just moved maybe a half a mile up the road. It was
Okay.
3001
Okay.
South Kinnikinnick previously. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So what's the vibe like here where you guys are in comparison to where you guys were before?
You know what? It's really no difference. It's just the way that it's set up.
Okay.
We've always had like nice music flowing. It's always been like a quaint, intimate restaurant. It's just basically the setup.
Okay. Okay. So I know I follow y'all on social media, and whoever y'all got taking y'all pictures be snapping, because it's like pictures, you either hit or miss with pictures, but the pictures that Mike post, shout out to Mike, by the way, that he posts is like a vibe. It makes you feel like, okay, if you've never been there, you want to be there. Like the karaoke night, like what else is karaoke night y'all got going on right
we
now?
have poetry night, and we're doing this on like maybe every other Wednesday.
Okay.
We'll have karaoke, then we'll have open mic for poetry.
Okay.
We're possibly going to do some comedians,
That would
get
be
some
dope.
comedians in
That would
there,
be
something
real
like
dope.
that. And then we've also been asked about having a Jamaican night.
Yes.
So
yes.
that's just something to look forward to as well. So.
Okay. So as far as the menu, where do you guys, is that like family-based recipes? Is it like something you did, or is like, where do you guys get the concept of this is what's going on the menu?
You know what? It's a combo of everything. It's some of the things that we cooked in our household.
Okay.
Some things that I grew up because we always spent like the weekends by my grandmother's house.
Okay.
And Sunday she would have us in the kitchen.
So I know when I come to the restaurant, you pretty chill, like laid back, you be in the cut.
I'm blessed to do that
Okay.
because my son, he basically takes care of everything from A to Z.
Okay.
He makes sure that when I come in, I don't have to do anything. And sometimes I feel like I'm in the way, to be quite honest. But,
Really?
yeah, I honestly do. So we have a well-oiled machine. So
Yes, it
All right.
seems like the staff, it seems like y'all operate like family.
we are like a big group of family. We celebrate birthdays together. If somebody's going through a breakup or, a newborn baby, we all celebrate together.
That's dope. That's
yeah.
dope. So where are you from, Miss Shar? Are you from Milwaukee?
I am not. I am originally from Chicago, Illinois.
Okay.
South side of Chicago, Illinois.
Okay.
Stony Island. So.
So how did you end up in Milwaukee?
I came to Milwaukee in my middle school years.
Okay.
My parents were divorcing, so we came down to stay with my grandmother.
Okay.
So originally from Chicago, but kind of went to high school, middle school here in Milwaukee. So
Okay. So you ever thought about going back to Chicago, or you?
no, ma'am.
No, ma'am?
No, ma'am.
What about Milwaukee? Is this it, or you ever thought about like?
I am gravitating towards like Arizona, Texas.
Really? My husband loves Arizona.
So do I. I had the pleasure of visiting Arizona a couple of times. The last time was a little too hot, but
Yeah, I like that heat though. But look, my mom been telling me since I was little that I should have been born somewhere tropical, because I hate shoes. I don't like socks. I like my heat high. Like I like heat, seriously.
I'm the same way.
So you going to Arizona or Texas would then plant the seed for Belly's to then.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you see
Absolutely.
Belly's like going outside of Milwaukee?
Yeah, we actually we kind of scoped out Vegas.
Okay.
One of the things that we hear a lot about in Vegas is that it's just only one spot that compares to what we have here.
Okay.
And a lot of people from Milwaukee and Chicago and our surrounding cities say, you guys need to get down there.
Yeah.
So there is a market there. So we're just trying to make a decision as to if we want to do like Texas or Arizona,
Okay.
and possibly Vegas. So.
Okay. So like when you're not at Belly's, like what's Miss Shar doing? Like what's your chill? Like,
You know what? I'm such a homebody.
Really?
I am such a homebody. I'm
Okay.
so bored. You know, I
Ain't
would
nothing wrong
rather.
with
You save money sometimes like that.
Absolutely.
You know? Me and Amazon is kind of in a relationship, but you know, but I stay at home. I watch a lot of TV. I
Okay.
read books. You know, every now and then I like to get out and do some traveling. So.
Okay. What do you do to keep your mental stability? Like, is it therapy for you? Is it prayer? Is it yoga? Is it hot baths? Massage? Like, what's your lane as far as unplugging?
What I like to do is I like to self-pamper, you know,
Okay.
like get my toes done, you know, get my hair done, you know, check out new perfumes. And
Very therapeutic.
yeah, that's just kind of me. That's kind of my zone. You know, I don't like to, or I shouldn't say I don't like, but, you know, being in a big room. And funny that I should say this because I own Belly's, but
Right.
I don't like to be in a big room and, you know, feel so small. But I like more intimate things, you know, personally. So.
So like in the next year, what do you see yourself doing outside of Belly's? Like what's your next 12-month, Lord willing, goal for you personally?
Me personally, I would probably like to say expanding, of course, Belly's here. I've been looking at some things on the north side as well.
Okay.
You know, because we hear a lot of the times that we're too far.
Okay.
You know, people want to get to us, but we're too far and we don't do the Uber Eats. We did try the Uber Eats, but a lot of people complained that it was turned upside down and, you know, this is how you send your food. I was like, no, that's not how we did it. So
Right.
we just kind of discontinued that. But yeah, we're looking to like plant a seed somewhere, possibly north.
And that'll be nice, but I feel like this. People, when you want something bad enough, you gonna go get it. You know what I'm saying? Like people in the city, they travel to Papados,
Yep.
they travel to Sweetie Pies.
Yes, they do.
You know,
yeah. Yeah.
Going to the south side, I get it, but it's like, and even with y'all being on the south side, y'all popping right now. Like
Yeah.
seriously, it's favor.
Yeah.
All like every time I see a post on social media with Belly's, it seems like it's just got. And I tell Mike this all the time, like that's favor right there. Like y'all got some serious favor on y'all. Seriously.
We have been blessed. We had no idea that it would, you know, sprout into what it has, you know, because this place came from a place of pain.
Okay.
You know, so, and the name Belly's actually comes from, I mentioned that, you know, my parents divorced and we came to stay with my grandmother. Her name was Belle. We all called her Belle.
Okay.
She never wanted us to call her grandma, big ma.
And that's your dad's mom or your mom's
That's
mom?
my mom's mom.
Okay. Okay.
So we stayed there until, you know, I graduated out of high school and, you know, when her being sick in this place, you know, of, you know, I think came out of pain. We lost my son's father, and
Okay.
a lot of times we don't know how to grieve.
Right.
And, you know, I found him like all the time in my house, like, what are you doing here? You know, I just don't want to go out there. So together, collaboratively, I said, we got to do something.
Right.
You can't just sit here. And, you know, we're going through Craigslist, and I was like, look at this. Let's go check this out. You know, it was a restaurant, and I was like, we can just use the kitchen because we always cook, and, you know, we don't need the restaurant. So when we got there, it was a beautiful place. And I said, we just want the kitchen. We don't want the restaurant.
Right.
He's like, no, you can't. You get the kitchen, you get the restaurant.
God
We're not
was
doing
like,
that.
nah.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. We don't know nothing about no restaurant.
Yeah.
We know something about pots and pans, but, you know, to have people at the table and, you know, you get nervous because you're like, I know what my family like, I know what my friends like, but for somebody to put a fork in their mouth of your food that you don't know,
Right.
it's kind of like,
Yeah.
then, you know, it's like, are we going to do it or are we not?
Right.
So there was a lot of obstacles that came our way. So
Belly's was really pretty much birthed in a way of like a mother getting behind the son, basically saying we got to keep going.
that's right. That's right.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful. That is beautiful.
We've both been traumatized by what happened to us, but we got to keep going. And so with the birth of that, we were thinking of a name. And I was like, you know what? All these recipes that I have in my head is coming from Belle, my grandmother. So we
Right.
just put a spin on it and we just named it Belly's. So finally, after all of those obstacles, we opened the doors and we proved to Bayview that we are not going to be problematic.
Okay.
We are here to serve food. And when we did it, we strategically did it because I'm like, they got a lot of the same thing going on the north side.
Right.
Let's be different. We have a lot of people, a lot of customers that's in the Bayview area that would like to have what we can give them without having to make the trip to the north side.
Right. And I know you guys do like cater events. You guys catered a couple events for me and my husband. Just recently, one of my cousins had a graduation party there. So it's just, once again, like a ton of favor all over Belly's.
I'm so happy to hear that.
I'm super excited for you guys, and I'm super excited to see what God has next. Me and my husband were in California a couple weeks ago, and in between, actually on the way to fly out of California, we were hungry. And the food in there was trash, and we were just sitting there thinking, like, it'd be dope if Belly's was in here right now.
Yes.
So, I mean, wherever God leads y'all, I'm excited about it to just watch it unfold. I remember when you guys had the White House. Those were my partying days. I celebrated my 25th birthday in a very wild way inside of the White House. So, yeah. We was a part of the White House era. What you mean?
I was promoting.
Yeah, 50 was promoting at one point.
Oh, okay.
I know, you know him from when he was cutting hair, right?
Like, wait a minute.
He's like, 50 was good. I'm like, man, this is Joe.
Had a balloon drop and everything.
Oh, wow.
I don't remember how that night ended.
What's the biggest publicity?
So, were you ever in the building?
Yeah, I used to be the bartender there sometimes.
Really?
Sometimes.
Were we on your nerves? Be honest. I'm so glad you don't remember. You don't remember me.
I don't. Your hair probably was different. That's probably.
I was a different person, period. So I'm glad you don't remember me. The White House. It was necessary for the now.
Yeah.
Well, Miss Shaw, I appreciate you coming and sitting with me.
It's been a pleasure. My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much.